Wake up, honey. We are so back. For the King 2 just came out about an hour ago. I want to start by saying thank you to Curve Games and Iron Oak Games for the sponsorship. Thank you. We're going to be playing this for 2 hours today. If you're not familiar, For the King made a splash. Came out a few years ago. Time got kind of distorted around then for a number of different reasons that are not relevant here. It is a single player or multiplayer tabletop-inspired RPG. So you can play it by yourself, you can play it with your friends. You go into, you do battles, you do dungeons, you get treasure, you roll dice. You'll see it for yourself. It's a little bit of that like tabletop meets digital RPG experience. Also, it is available now, as mentioned. It is 10% off for its opening week sale. Take advantage of that 10% discount now till November the 9th. That's correct. We're going to start up on the campaign here. I may have to use move my screen region, but let's start with the Royal Tutor. Welcome to Farul. From this map, you will be able to select an available adventure for your party to embark on. Let's start on the Resistance. Each adventure comes with its own challenges and rewards. These are optional, but they will certainly test your limits. You can change the difficulty preset to make your adventuring easier or harder. Be aware this may affect your lore payout at the end of the adventure. Okay, honestly, what are the difficulties? Master, Journeyman, Apprentice? I'm just going to be honest with you. Put me on Journeyman. I don't need to be on Master. I think that's inviting pain into my life. But I'll start on Journeyman and see how life goes, okay? Amidst Queen Rosamund's tyrannical reign, whispers grow louder, speaking of a rising movement called the Resistance. Sign me up. That's all I need to know. Welcome to Party Management. Me when I sign up to bring cups to the potluck. Here you will set an ideal party, a loadout, and prepare to adventure. Select the Edit button to edit your character. Remove characters by clicking the X, add them by clicking the plus. Sure, a stable hand, a herbalist, aka healer, a scholar, aka support/ranged magical damage, and a hunter, aka DPS. Let's launch it up. I'm ready. You tell me what you bring, and I'll tell you what to do. Time to load up and load out. Each character will be able to spend loadout points on starting items that will prove invaluable for the journey. Now I'm going to assume, based on your 74 flex and based on your 78 speed, which means you probably attack earlier in the order and also move on the map faster, that things that prioritize damage would help you out. So let's see what we got here. 6-foot pole, 0 to 10 physical damage. 0 though, or crude shield, +1 armor, and a skill guard, which is a taunt. Okay, or taunt target self taunt. That's probably a new ability. So I think you're kind of our tank. You know what? You got 5 ability points. Take a crude shield. A new item. A general overview of this item is available at the bottom of the card. Keep an eye out for rarity, as you may see new items from time to time. Okay, we have 2 more points to spend. Light gloves for crit chance, or light boots for evasion. I'm going to take light boots. Having taunt and the little evasion seems effective, okay? Now, you are our herbalist. My guess is that maybe having some herbs might be sensible. Hey, Tomo, I'm going to need you to get the heck out of here, okay? You're good at intelligence. You got 76 brain. I was trying to make a joke about that. It was going to be like 1776 must be American, but I was like, not in the sponsored segment. People might take it the wrong way. You like leaves. You like leaves and plants. You could take a bag o' 10 gold, a little God's beard. God's beard costs 2. Teleport scroll, tinder pouch. When I grew up, we were calling it a hoe bag, but I guess the times have changed. It's a joke from a Medea family funeral, in case you're curious. You know, you're a herbalist, why don't you take herbs? You're a goaltender, tend the goal. Give me a God's beard, a golden root, a panaxe, and some lockpicks. Now you're a shooter. They got shooters. You're an int-focused Andy. Cracked spyglass, +1 fine distance. 6-foot pole. That doesn't seem... honestly, I don't know what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you... I'm going to give you a cracked... No, I'm going to give you a padded... Actually, this makes way more sense on our tank, but whatever. Take a cracked spyglass and light gloves, my friend. And then you... I mean, if you're not vibing to this, then shut the heck up. Let's take a Tinder pouch and a bag of 10 gold on you, Andy. Okay, begin. I'm ready. 2 decades ago, following King Bronner's... The soap guy? King Bronner? Queen Rosamund emerged as a symbol of hope, uniting the realms and inspiring a triumphant uprising against the forces of chaos. Today, she has succumbed to madness. It's true. You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. Which is interesting, coming from Harvey Dent, who I believe lived long enough to become the villain, although they didn't really capitalize on that in the 3rd movie. If I remember correctly, at least. My, we haven't seen many adventurers in these parts for a spell. Hard to believe it's been 20 years since the Chaos Wars, ain't it? Why, I almost missed that little scoundrel Vexor. He was a right delight next to what we're dealing with these days. Heavens me! I'd take a wee bit of thunder and lightning any time over this, yes I would. In case you haven't heard, all's not well in Farul. The good Queen Rosamund lost her bleeding mind. Now us simple folk live in terror, we do. What has happened to our once lovely queen? If you're wanting to help, meet me in Pran, and I'll tell you all I know. Won't take long, I wager. Go to Pran in the autumn forest, and keep your peepers on the timer up above. If you meet me at Grum's Tavern, I will show you where the treasure is hidden. Okay. Stable hand. Welcome to the lands of Farul. Keep a watchful eye up above on the timeline. The timeline shows current round, rising chaos, special events, and the passage from day to night. Me introducing a clock to my 3-year-old toddler. Watch out for impending chaos. You can see upcoming events on the timeline. Hover over the chaos icons on the timeline to see more details. These hearts represent your life pool. When these containers are empty, each party member has 1 life remaining. After that, it's over for you and your friends. This is the quest log. These character portraits contain important information, health, resistance, immunity, statuses, and more. Okay, I just wanted to see this first. Time is running out. Hurry, if time runs out, your quest is over. This must be nighttime. I think that I will move myself to here right now. Seems sensible. Go to Pran in the forest. Okay, we're making moves. That was not an optimum move. We probably should have moved into the tree first. What is going on? There's a witch over there, bro. We could do... I'm running straight to Pran. I'm telling you right out of the gates. Aha, what do we have here? Realm dungeons are vast underground gauntlets filled with treasure guarded by a challenging boss. They cannot be escaped until they're cleared. Now that you have done all you can do this turn, you're ready to end your turn. Okay, fair enough. We'll click end turn. Is that a roll for initiative or something? It's like if they flip multiple greens, they get more movement or something? At the beginning of... Oh, it's literally telling me. At the beginning of each turn, your character will skill roll for their movement distance. Pay attention to where you're walking. Some biomes will provide faster or slower movement. The number above your character symbolizes how far you can move, okay? I mean, I would love to engage the pixie in combat, but maybe I should wait until the whole party's there. Makes sense to me. Holy cow, is the roll of the century? He can move 1 extra space, but we're not going to do that. Where did this orc come from, dude? Ash Haven is doomed! There's a combat range? Oh, well, why didn't you say if there's a combat range? Is that like any enemy or friendly inside of this range will come to our aid in battle. Or to our detriment, I suppose. Okay. The red hexes represent the enemy's combat range. So they're going to bring in this other... I don't want to be rude, but I'm going to guess that this is called a hag. They're going to bring this hag into the fight. Enemies can be encountered roaming the lands of Ferul. Sure. Allies and enemies involved will be displayed. There could be 4 enemies here. Holy. You'll be able to fight, ambush, or sneak. Ambush, 60% chance of success. Sneak, 40% chance of success. I would like to ambush you. Alright, we got the 4% critical failure. That stings. Alright, I have blocked your attack. You have whiffed. This is the combat action menu. Okay, you know what? That means I should probably go... here. There were 4 enemies. Bro, Hobgoblin Warlock? It's the tutorial. Just chill out. Hobgoblin Warlock? The left highlights how many targets, the range of damage, and the chance of success. On the right, all of the available actions for this turn are listed. Alright. The diamond represents primary actions. When these are used, the turn is over. The square represents secondary actions. These are support actions like healing and moving. Spending these wisely will determine victory or failure. This is the order of battle. Armor is used to block physical attacks. Resistance blocks magical attacks. Melee attacks can only be done from the front. Focus can be used by right-clicking the target tile when attacking an enemy. To focus, or when using an ability. To focus an attack or ability, right-click on the target enemy. So focus is like making an ability stronger. Items that can be used in, I'm assuming, items that can be used in combat are displayed in your tool belt. Your party statuses can be seen here. If all else fails, you may need to skip turn or flee. The best adventurers are nimble adventurers. Okay, okay. I think we're ready. Now, we should either prioritize the healer or prioritize killing units that we can kill before they get a chance to act. Is there any chance I can do 10 damage to you? A slash is 2 to 6. A stab is 0 to 6. On success, it breaks a shield. We can also taunt. I feel like taunting always makes sense if the fight's going to go long. Why don't you start me off with a little taunt on myself? Incredible. We've whiffed. You have also whiffed. Okay, we love to see that. So far, we've had whiffs after whiffs. We've also blocked your attack and you've whiffed. All right, so far, at least we both got bad luck. In over your head, now might be a good time to run away. 74% chance to flee. We take those. Bye! They got 1 brain on that one. Minus 7 HP. We describe that as not ideal. Splash abilities target more than 1 enemy at a time. Okay, that's fine. We're leaving. We'll be leaving this fight. I shouldn't have engaged in this. Oh no. You have received the status as well. Don't kill me already. 62% chance to escape. Bye. Did it fail? Looks like you have a shield. This grants the guard skill. They're unable to flee, bro. I took the tutorial told me to take someone out of the fight, so I did, and then they nobody else can run. Okay. Successful block. Unsuccessful. That looked very successful to me. I hate to see that. Okay, now you. Well, I mean, I don't know why my stable hand can't run away. That's what's throwing me for a loop right here. Let me get a little splash. I can't target you? No, I can target you. Let me get a little splash going on you then. We'll take what we can get. We gotta fight for our right to party here. I do hate to see some bleed. Any chance I could use some Panax to cure bleeding on myself? And then also, Ray, 3 to 7 magical damage. Hit the Goblin Scrapper with that, please. We've eliminated one enemy. I really wish I didn't flee with my range DPS, but it is what it is. Oh, maybe you have to be back row to flee. You genius. You genius. Okay, we go Goblin Scrapper on this one. Slash him. 2 successful rolls. Ain't seen anything like that in a long time. Minus 7 HP, that stings. Little heal comes out, I'm assuming. Or maybe it's a speed upgrade. It gets to go again. Minus 7 HP again. We get a little, we need to do a blast to, like, this tile. Or, you know what? Just land it right here. That would be successful. I would consider this fantastic. And our herbalist. What does Cure do? I'm going to assume that it will heal your status effect and maybe even heal you a little bit. It has cured your status effect. Fantastic. Ooh! He's playing Dr. Dodgeball back there. Okay. Goblin Trickster, you gotta go. Minus 6 HP. You have received a buff. I'm going to assume it's a statistics-based buff. Oh no, one of your party members is low on health. Looks like you're going to need a quick pick-me-up. Use a God's Beard to get back in the fight. He's fine, honestly. Don't make me laugh. We just got a critical success. That did not kill you. We're going to hit you with a ray of light, Madonna style, just the way that she hit us with a ray of light in the year, I'm going to say that was approximately the year 2000. We're going to catch you with a quick stab. We're going to miss you with a quick stab. Minus 4 HP. Not ideal, of course, but life goes on. How about a quick blast? A critical attack. How about a little God's Beard on our friend the Stable Hand? Beautiful. And then that, I forgot that doesn't take a turn off. Then we hit you with a ray gun. It was 1998. Okay, honestly, my Madonna knowledge is not that high. Thanks for keeping me honest. We succeeded. Everybody should share the gold. Why not? An accrued bomb. 5 to 8 physical damage. I'm going to assume it's a secondary ability. Let's give that to the herbalist. Beastman armbands. Minus 1 speed. Wet immunity. I'm not making a joke about that. Better armor, better attack damage, better strength, better vit, lower speed. That goes to our tank. And they equip it immediately. Okay, so listen, we made it. It could have been better, but with the tutorial kind of incepted us, in my opinion. The tutorial was like, hey, do this. It told me to make the dude flee, which I take offense to. You know, don't we have 50 turns? We got plenty of time. Let's go, Stable Hand goes first. We go straight into the next fight. Ambush, 46%. Fight, ambush has a 46% chance of success. So I'm going to guess there's a consequence to ambush failing, right? The consequence is not just that you default to fight. The confidence is like, or the consequence is they ambush you instead. They get to attack first. We're just gonna go, we're going straight fight situation here. Okay, there's no doubt. Pixie attacks third. They must be killed. I do feel like I should move you as well. Like, why don't you move here? That way, I can do this. I'm a gamer. That way, maybe we're tanking some damage here. And then let me get a slash on the pixie, please. 77% chance to hit. It's guaranteed. Hunter, I finally get to do something with you. 78% chance to hit. We take those any day of the darn week. Oh! Okay, that's fine. They missed as well. Let me get an area blast. Any chance I could drop an area blast right here? 0 to 5 magical damage. Any damage will kill the pixie. 1 is exactly enough. I want to take a look at what are these status effects? Can I take a look? I right-clicked. That's going to use focus. I'd like to unright-click, please. It's their immunities. There must be a button to... And they probably told me what it was. There must be a button to pop it out. So I can... perhaps immune to daze. Immune to stun and daze. Immune to poison. Immune to bleed. Immune to water. Immune to confuse. Immune to move. How about the power to move you? Okay, what are you doing? I have entangle immunity. You can't entangle me. I got boots on. I got the waterproof Vezzies. Excuse me, I thought I had entangle immunity. When a party member is entangled, they're unable to move or attack with a melee item. Okay, that's fine. I'll taunt then. 61% chance for a taunt to succeed. We take those. And then we just go, you have no block anyway, so we go for the straight damage. Holy cow. Players may have a passive ability trigger at the start of their turn. Bonus, these perks will come in handy. Believe in the heart of the perks. What the heck is called shot, man? Is it guaranteed crit or something? Let me get a blast. That's huge. That's exact lethal. We take those. Easiest fight of my life. Share the gold. That's it. All we got was gold. You weren't entangled. It just looked like you were. Okay. I understand. I have entangle immunity. It did say entangle immunity. Okay. We got to go to the dungeon here. That's what it's all about. Slippery Nibbler. You found your first dungeon. Great treasures and great foes lurk here. Entering a dungeon will pull your entire party in to join on the fun. Your party may not be ready for this. Y'all ready for this? Okay, phase 1. It's a dark cave. They played with my whole perspective here. A bat is going to go first. Is that Baby Shark? No, it was Y'all Ready for This by Jock Jams. I think we must start with a potential taunt. As we have armor. That still hurt like a son of a gun. That didn't though. Okay. Now, ideally, are we going to kill a ghost by the time they act? I don't think so. It would be lucky. Why don't we focus this bat, though, and then we can drop an area blast here for extra damage, too. So we'll get started on the bat. 78% chance to hit. Huge. We take those. Minus 4 HP, and I'm sure I've been saddled with some kind of status effect. Taunt. Oh, that's what we want. That's great. Let me get an area blast. Can I drop that area blast right here, please? I'll take 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We call that meatloaf mode. 2 out of 3 is bad when it's our opponent doing it, though. Okay, now this is perfect. It's our herbalist. Let me get a little god's beard that comes out right here and hits all of us. I probably could have hit you as well, right? If I did it here, maybe. And then a ray of light. Madonna style. 1998. I will never forget. No! No! That's alright. We killed the bat. They really put Meatloaf in Fight Club? What? They added Meatloaf to Smash Bros? Is it better than a Maxim tomato? Okay, we go for the ghost now. 6 damage. We're making it through this one, no sweat. That's gonna sting though. He's on fire? What are you afflicted with? You're standing, I don't think you should be standing there. You look confused, my man. How about a quick area blast right here? Triples his best, as you know. This goblin trickster is immune to magical damage. We should have just gone for a regular blast on the ghost. Minus 11 HP. Now that's not great. You could cure the hunter, but first I think we gotta take some enemies out of here. Oh my Lanta. How dare you? Let me get a slash on you. 77% chance to hit. 1 in 5 chance it doesn't. No. 1 in 5 chance it doesn't do enough damage. So we're in like, you know, you're dead. You're dead. That's what I'm gonna say about the math on that one. You're dead. Please stop attacking the same guy. That's it's great tech. It pains me to say it. It's great tech. I hate to do this from this position, but it must be done. And then, realistically, I think we're killing the pixie. 0 to 1 physical damage. Critical hit for 2 damage. Attack down. They broke my hunter, bro. Now you have magical resistance, but I gotta do something. And you're the scholar. Okay, we might as well blast you. That's horrible. Terrible news. Give me a little cure on my hunter. Try to keep them alive, ideally. There you go. Perhaps they have some regen associated as well. They had pluses coming out of their body. Let me get a slash. You're going to get to attack again, which is very annoying. Huge. That's a big whiff. We love to see that. Now our hunter finishes the job. 2 to 6 physical damage, 78%. Oh! Stop with this. Get some help. Scholar, you have like way too much magical damage, but I gotta do something. Minus 3 HP. Herbalist. You could always just throw a bomb. I think you gotta drop a cure on yourself. Leave it up to the stable hand to do everything. Confuse! They've added, did it fail? They added confusion to themselves? Okay, goblin trickster, you should simply flee from the battle. Oh, the debuff is the floor. It's a confused tile, I understand. Well, at least that means once this dude's dead, if I can ever kill him. It's so good. Equip weapon? What have you done? Please, critical hit, critical hit. Hunter, don't mess around with this one. Oh no, he messed around. You're gonna get one more attack. Hardest boss in the game, confirmed. You're confused again, that's fine. It just needs to do 1 damage, which has to punch through 6 magical armor, so like there's no chance. You need to punch through 6 magical armor, please. Oh my god! Good. Physical day, you got no physical armor. Okay, that phase 1, no problem. I'm still in the tutorial. It's alright, we're gonna get fully healed on a level up. Welcome to the dungeon. Keep an eye out for the upcoming rooms to prepare for. You'll be able to take a breather after each combat, treasure, or encounter in a dungeon. If there's another floor, you could set up a tinder pouch to rest or meditate for some much-deserved shut-eye. I'll continue for now. It might not be combat in the next room. It's a fountain that will heal us mightily. The herbalist needs the HP. And we can use focus to like guarantee one, right? Can we not? Drink, pass, drink. Let me look at this for a second. 19% full heal. I mean, it's like 93% chance to do something valuable. Can we make it 100 by using one focus of hers? Some things can't be focused. Okay, no, noted, noted. Yes! All right, our hunter is still not in a great place, but I don't really want to use our camp on like the third combat in the tutorial. It's so embarrassing, man. Okay, they attack first. Huge. Dodge, block, block. Now, stable hand. I'm going to move you in front of our hunter. That's phase 1. That way the hunter can't be hit by some attacks. And then, realistically, the goblin trickster must die. He must pass away. So we're going to go straight for that. He's the most annoying. Good start. I could have taunted as well, but we're kind of... Oh, they have AoE, man. I didn't see that coming. Now you, please critically hit the goblin trickster. He did it. I didn't prepare for the eventuality that could come to pass. Okay, you've been confused. It's not a surprise. Scholar. Any chance you could do me a favor and use a... I've made a grievous error. I should have clicked on a tile first, mayhaps. I think... Here's my thought process. Area Blast hits a lot of units, but it's not going to do anything to the Goblin Trickster. Because the Goblin Trickster has too much magical armor. Oh, your Scholar doesn't have party heal. Oh, only the Herbalist has party. Noted, noted. So the chance to kill the Goblin Trickster is with a Blast, which is like a 3 and 7 times 78. So it's like a 41% chance or something like that. Honestly, I would say we take the 41. That feels like a whiff. Life goes on. And then you should throw a bomb right here. 6 to 8 physical damage on success days. Well, at least we killed the trickster. Cure. Stable hand's going to be in a rough spot no matter what. You enhance focus. Let me think about this. I'm thinking the Rizzler has been eliminated. I repeat, the Rizzler has been eliminated. I think our stable hand is in a horrible situation. I think we're going to use Ray on Goblin Sniper. We're going to focus up once. It raises our accuracy. I would like, well, it might not be the best use of focus, but at least we're interfacing with it. Don't attack my stable hand, please. I think RNG did us a solid. Minus 10 HP. They're not messing around with the difficulty settings here, okay? Move me over here. Sucks for our hunter, but whatever. I gotta do something. Don't. He'll come back. Probably. Hello. Tomo chilling down there? Oh, no wonder he was coming over here. By the heavens, it appears as though one of your comrades has fallen in combat. Now would be a good time to revive them. I would say, select the Revive Ally ability to choose which party member to revive. Next, select the battle grid tile to bring them back to life. Make sure it's a safe space. I would like to revive the hunter. Here. Man really said by the heavens, huh? Okay. Which bat attacks first? You. Is there a chance I kill you? There's a chance. We might as well try it. We need to do 7 damage. We can do 7 damage.
We can fly. Yes, you can.
All we have to do is get 1 coin flip, right? I'm saving 1 focus just in case. She got it. And then Stable Hand goes next. They have their own God's Beard. A very sensible time to use that. IMO. The bat's gonna go no matter what. They're not gonna kill us though. So we go for the hit. It lands. The hunter's gonna take a little heat here. Really, the bat did 10 damage. The bat did 10 damage. The bat did 10 damage. Did he give me rabies or something? Anyway, we lived. 22x gold, that's a share in my world. Golden root will replenish 3 focus. We'll just give that straight to the herbalist. Identity scroll reveals the identity of an unknown landmark. Let's give that to the scholar. God's beard will replenish your HP. Let's use that on the hunter. I guess we should always give it to the herbalist and then have them do a party heal. But now we know. Hey, you know, we're still working our way through learning the mechanics. This is For the King 2. You may be familiar with For the King 1. For the King 2 came out today. It is, we're playing the campaign mode, but obviously there is multiplayer as well. You can have every single party member be controlled by a friend of yours or a random person on the internet if you want. Instead of doing them all yourself, we're playing the solo mode here. It came out today. It's 10% off until November the 9th. Thank you to Curve for the sponsorship. We're going to keep it going here. Exclamation point FTK. We're going to continue through the dungeon, by the way. It is not a boss at the end. It is a golden treasure chest. I would like the Stable Hand to open it. They can tank the damage. I guess you can use your scroll to identify mimics as well. Share the gold. Lore book for the scholar. The Queen's Thug Helm. +2 armor, +1 HP regen. Equip on our tank. Splint vest. +3 armor, +1 resistance, +1 vitality, +1 speed on the tank. Common druid bow. Does 0 to 10 magical damage. Interesting. Let's equip that on, and it's got 3 spinners as well. We'll take that. Skill is support range. Support range. What is support range? We'll have to figure it out. Either way, we're going to equip this on the ranger. That seems like a big bonus. 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. So true. Support range means on the map you can fight from further away. Oh, of course. End turn. +3 HP. It's the herbalist's turn. I want to go to my inventory. I'm using tab. I'm using I. Oh. Can I, like, because we have extra armor. Because you had like a vest equipped. But now, what happened to the vest that you previously had equipped? Or am I mistaken here? Safety stone teleports you back to a town. For a price. Your scholar had the vest. There was a vest. God, that was our second vest. There was a vest involved. Did I throw it in the trash by accident? The others were gloves. All right. If you say so. If you say so. Okay. Garter snake and a Timberwolf. I would love to get involved in combat. Let's go after this Timberwolf first. He's bringing in some laddies. An ambush has a 57% chance to succeed. You know what we do in this household? We use one focus. We bring that up to 85. You gotta admit, we've had a little bit of atypically bad luck so far. The first time, we had like 61% chance of success, 36% chance mild failure, 4% chance crit failure, and we rolled the crit failure. That like changed my life. That changed the way I thought about the world. Okay, Wolf is gonna go next. Everybody's doing okay though. We get 3 turns in a row. We can probably kill the garter snake before it can go again. We definitely take those. Timberwolf attacks me. It would be nice to see you like miss one of those. You did 2 damage though. I guess my armor's out of control. How about a magic arrow storm? Hits everybody, does 0 to 6, or ensnaring arrow does 0 to 10. But you have 4 magical armor. I think we should try to get the kill on this garter snake. -2. We were due. That was my thought on it as well. It's alright. We'll hit you with the Ray of Light, Madonna style. The Madonna attack has done just enough. The Scholar gets to go next. I think we should go just straight for a blast on this Timberwolf. Then we can kill the Timberwolf with physical damage on our stable hand, hopefully. The Scholar has been entangled. That doesn't strike me as like a massive problem. The Timberwolf is like... we shouldn't have done the dungeon as early as we did. That's what I'm learning. Magic Arrow Storm possibly does enough. Magic Arrow Storm, please. Yeah, you could drop it right there if you want. Holy cow. This is so much easier than the dungeon. We should not have been in the dungeon when we were there. Any chance I kill you? No. Well, in that case, eat this blast. -5 HP. Not poisoned. I guess a garter snake is not poisonous. Otherwise, our childhoods would have been like a lot more dangerous. We're the best, man. Share? Is it crazy to anyone else that Lady Gaga is 2 years younger than Avril Lavigne? For me, because it does seem sort of crazy, but it makes perfect sense. Avril Lavigne broke out in like the year 2002. Lady Gaga broke out in like the year 2008. But Avril was very young when she broke out. So I think like almost all of Avril's top popularity was like before she was the age of 30. It kind of makes sense. I hate it when you think logically. Chipley, I'm playing For the King too. I gotta think logically. Welcome, by the way. Welcome. Are you up early, or is this is the golden era, right? This is daylight savings? Or non-daylight savings? She was also replaced by a lookalike? No, she wasn't. I don't think. That would be very surprising to me if she were. I'll tell you one thing. We're definitely making it to Pran. Chibli, it's your favorite song. Tavern music? What's going on? Oh, it's almost nighttime. Didn't they say that about Paul McCartney too? What, that he was very young when he broke out? Well, yeah, I mean, that's when, like, as a teenager, that's when that stuff's gonna happen, you know? Your hormones are going crazy. They didn't even have Oxy back then. Or Clearasil. I don't know what the kids use these days. They still using Oxy pads? Oxy? It's a North American skincare brand. They're like pads soaked in salicylic acid that you like scrape across your head when you're a teenager as skincare. And when you did it, when you wiped the pad across your forehead, you would feel like, you know what your throat feels like when you drink an ice cold, crispy Coke Zero? That was what your face felt like when you put an Oxy pad on it. It would be like, and when you felt the sting, you would be like, oh good, it's working. Praise the sleeping gods, there you are. All this sneaking around is tough on me art. Under orders of Queen Rosamund, the Queen's Guard have been arresting any who run afoul of her. Most aren't seen again. You're gonna make me go, I could have gone there from the start, man. A young lass by the name of Griselle has been captured and is being held at the guardhouse. She's a good girl and has become something of a hero to the resistance. The poor thing is scheduled for execution. If we're to stand a chance of stopping this tyranny, we must free her. We'll need to raid the guardhouse. Our best bet is to cause a ruckus in the town, forcing the Queen's Guard to react. They'll be running around and leave the guardhouse unguarded. An old-fashioned brawl at the tavern gets the guards' attention. Okay, I can do that. Oh, and I happen to know the guards are expecting a supply ship at Tinderton Pier today. They'd sure be mad to see that ship in flames. Okay, welcome to your first town. Town markets offer a wide variety of goods and services to better prepare you for the adventure ahead. In need of healing? Town Services has you covered, with an in-healer meditation for focus and a priest to remove your curses. Feeling adventurous? Towns offer a variety of side quests. Each town will allow your party to take one quest. In need of some extra help, you can hire mercenaries at every town for a small fee. They will fight alongside you for a limited time. Well, first, let's go see health services. Me personally, I would like to... Oh, it's got to be this guy first. Okay, well, Scholar, what are you doing? You don't really need anything, honestly. You're kind of chilling. We should have been more liberal about our use of focuses earlier, or focus earlier. Take me to the market. Let me see what you got here. God's beard. Very helpful. Can I take gold from other part? Oh, I need them to give it to me, I guess. Scholar's gloves, +1 resistance, +1 magical damage. I'm a simple man. Why don't you buy and equip those? And then your light gloves can travel to somebody else. They're in your pouch. Fair enough. And then do me a favor. Give 6 gold to the herbalist, okay? You can see how in single player it's a lot easier. I can just imagine playing this in multiplayer with my good friend Michael A.L. Fox. I'll be like, hey, can you give me the gold so I can buy things to heal our whole party? And he'd be like, it's my gold. Why don't you use your gold? And I'd be like, well, God's beard is 12 each, and I only have 11 gold, so in order for me to be able to use my party heal on the whole party, I need to get... And he would be like, yeah, but why don't you use your gold for that? I really want this belt. So true, right? So true. I guess, to be honest with you, it's too expensive because I gave away all my gold. All right, well, end your turn then, my friend. End your turn. Unless you want to go fight this lad right now. I don't think we... I mean, I guess I could fight a crow. There's nothing else involved. We only got 2 laddies in the fight, but we might as well. Reading up on the Peloton chat right now to prepare for my ride. Who's Alanis? An instructor? You have done psychic damage to me. Alanis, bro. Alanis? Alanis Morissette? The Canadian rock princess? I was trying to think of the right word. That was not the right word. She plays God in Dogma. So true. She's got like 4 not very good albums and then 1 album that's inexplicably like a 10 out of 10 and one of the top 20 best albums of the 1990s. The Liz Phair of Oshawa, Ontario. Okay. Do me a favor, brother. How much gold you got? Hunter. You could use a little trip to the inn, so it would be nice to save 6 gold. That means you could spend up to 24 gold. Knowledge pipe. This pipe grants a small amount of XP when used with any herb. I should save enough gold for our herbalist to use this. That seems sensible to me. And then they can level like crazy. We got 2 tinder pouches too. Now let me look at you here. I'd love for you to be able to get... What about this? This looks like something that a ranger would wear, and you're currently not wearing a helmet. Bicock it. +1 armor, +4 evasion, +1 speed, and ambush immunity. I would buy and equip that in a heartbeat, man. And then you got 18 gold left. Dunk. The rest of it's a little expensive for my taste, quite honestly, but I'm a simple man, I think. Why don't you buy like 1 God's beard and then take thee to the inn. That's gold efficiency. Holy cow, there's a Timberwolf out there. And nobody tell the Brazilian NBA accounts that there's a Timberwolf 2 tiles away, okay? Don't even get me started on the one where... the one with the fish eating another fish. Me under the blanket. I don't want to get into it, okay? Especially not during the sponsored segment, okay? I do not post it. Okay, you're next. Brazil NBA accounts going crazy. Take me to the market. I mean, you're already like very kitted. If anything, you could use a belt. They don't have like a belt for you though. I suppose you could simply buy the knowledge pipe. And then we will equip that on our scholar next turn. Oh, sorry, on our herbalist. And why don't you go to the quest board and let's see. Let's see what we got available here. Each side quest has an associated reward. Keep an eye out on your task. It can be a tough one. 30 gold. Kill the goblin scrapper. Kill the green jelly for a wooden spiked shield. Oh, I accept and it's on the way. I didn't see that. Okay. I didn't see what you guys are talking about, okay? I didn't see all of that. Herbalist, you must go to town. You must go to the farmer's market. How do I get you to equip the pipe? I'd like you to equip the... Oh, you have an old pipe. I'd like you to equip a different pipe, please. Give to herbalist. Perfect. +1 knowledge pipe on the herbalist. Please equip. Now we have an old pipe. Old pipe on this. Everybody's got a pipe. Okay, fair enough. You should purchase 2 God's beards. That's all they have available. And those will heal our whole party. Very valuable. And then, what do you got? 9 gold? 9 gold, you can sleep and recover a little HP and some focus. All right, now you're back in the saddle again. Let's, garter snake. Let's go straight for the side quest, man. Kill the green jelly over here. In that case, I'd like you to move here. And end turn. Find scroll! +1 identify scroll. He's done it. Nobody thought we could do it, and yet here we are. Cards! This game has everything, bro. Oh, but I've got to cause a kerfuffle at the tavern. I guess I'm doing my... We got 50 turns. That should be pretty reasonable. Come out, we've got you surrounded. I'm the green jelly, I'm the green jelly. Big roll, please. It's big enough. Start a fight with all combatants. I would definitely use one focus. 73% chance. A 1% chance of a critical failure. Come on. Yes! I never seen green in my life before. I was rooting for, like, slightly bad red. What does infiniticity mean? Immune to all negative statuses. Okay. Well, step 1, you might as well move here so you're protected. And then we focus 1. Focus the one in the middle because we have some AoE attacks. And they're very slow, which is nice. I could taunt. I also feel like getting some damage out there is of the utmost importance. Good start. Really good start with the two rolls there. I really appreciate that. Let's do a good arrow, called shot. 12 damage crit. Scholar goes next. I'm going to keep going with the single target damage. I really should have attacked one of the ones on the side if I was... Well, but I didn't. Maybe they have like a passive AoE effect or something. I don't know. Huge! Alright, now this is where it's going to suck. Holy cow. Huge, huge. -1 HP. We don't sweat that in the slightest. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. That's a big one too. Okay. Life goes on. Now we get several more turns. Things you love to see. -3 HP. Dude, I didn't know you could be bad at flipping coins. And yet here we are. Please don't split into a smaller slime. Please don't regrow with half of your HP remaining. Holy, dude! Thank God for the dodge. Oh my God. 2 perfect rolls in a row? Are you crazy? Are you insane? They're so much better than me in all ways. Okay, you... Just do an ensnaring arrow. Let's do some single target damage. You have acid on you. Penalty to most stats and overworld damage over time. That's not ideal, I think is what you're trying to say. And I wouldn't disagree. That being said, let's smoke this God's beard. Let's smoke this God's beard. It has to target a person, I guess. That's okay. In that case, I would rather target you. I guess I could... Hang on. Move. And see, now we're figuring out. But then we can't use the God's beard because we used our secondary ability! And I moved myself out of coverage. moving out of state didn't even realize they ain't got Blue Cross Blue Shield in Idaho. Maybe they do, I don't know. Okay, so the herbalist is gonna die. Everyone's gonna die? Everyone's gonna die? They do? Yoink. I don't know what happens if they're all dead. Like if they just get brought back or I gotta go to a town or something. They don't seem too happy about it. By the heavens, one of your comrades has fallen. Run over to help them get up. Alternatively, a short few rounds later, you can revive them at a town at the cost of XP. We don't have much time. Well, that's not good. It appears we're one step closer to our impending doom. Whose turn is it? Stable hand. To revive your herbalist, please? Do me a favor, walk over here, revive your scholar. Do me a favor, revive over here. Or walk over here, revive your hunter. I mean, that went really badly. You also have no lives left. I mean, I think we're like in full restart territory, to be honest with you. So we might as well just like go again. But with the knowledge that we have. Come on. Yes! With the knowledge that we have from our previous performances. Taunt doesn't do that much because these guys are AoE to begin with. I think oh my god. Is there a percentage chance on the flips? Or is it literally just a 50-50 on each one? Okay, ensnaring arrow, please. Blast, please. Per slot, ACC. I need you to put that in the English language for me. What does per slot ACC mean? We're cooked, brother. Accuracy. Yes, but what... Oh, okay. So, like, every flip is, like, 68% chance to come out positive. I see. Alright, we are cooked. Can I get a restart? There's not a quick restart. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you kill me if you got the stones. I was hoping there'd be like a quick restart button, but... This is probably one of those tutorials that like kills you because like it's for lore-based reasons. So they must have like 99% accuracy on every attack because they're flipping symbiotes in this. And I must have like 12 per slot ACC. That's alright, I still got 5 HP left. Not for long. Oh, he's asleep. Does he know? First party wipe. Achievement unlocked. Okay. Adventure failed. Whatever. Man, the scholar really screwed us on that one. You gotta be honest. Fewest critical hits landed. Fewest times revived. That's a bonus right there. I do love the GoldenEye style superlatives at the end of a match for sure. Okay, put me back in the resistance. I'm okay with the difficulty now that I know what I'm doing. Oh, there's different units! Holy, no herbalist this time? Come on, you gotta take a herbalist, man. They were doing great work. Herbalist, hunter, stable hand, blacksmith. Character class is the archetype of each character. Skills are passive abilities. Their passive ability is steadfast. That's good, but what is it? Starting equipment. Smith hammer. Simple. You're like a real tank. You're supposed to do physical damage. You're also doing physical damage. You know what? No hunter. Run a scholar instead to have someone that does magical damage. It's a chance to negate an attack. Oh. Okay, I would say that's good. Ready up. Blacksmith. It would be nice to give you some armor, because you already have a simple shield which allows taunting. Why don't you go ahead and take armor and resistance, and let's keep it simple. Take a bag of 10 gold. More loadout items can be unlocked in the lore store. Stable hands. Interrupt and push. What is interrupt? Interrupt, I'm assuming, moves an enemy further back in the rotation. Like it changes their attack order. And push must be like move. Okay, so let's buy and equip this. And take some light boots as well. You are a herbalist. Do me a favor. Take 2 God's Beard. Take a God's Beard. And take Golden Root. And take some Panax. And then take some lockpicks. And then our scholar. Take a cracked spyglass. And light gloves. It's the perfect loadout. The perfect loadout doesn't exist. Cereal. The loadout was so perfect, I got an achievement for it. Did you see that? To spend 20 loadout points in one adventure. Well. Again, this is For the King 2. A tabletop-inspired digital RPG. You don't have to play in solo bolo mode like me. You can play it with your friends. I think most people played For the King in co-op mode. Unfortunately, I've alienated everyone that was once close to me, so here I am by myself. It just came out today. Exclamation point FTK. It is 10% off for its opening week sale. Thank you again to Curve Games for the sponsorship. Okay, don't worry about Hildegard for now, okay? We already got the preamble. I screwed up the tutorial. That's on me. Tavern music, Chibli core. Now what do we got here? A garter snake. I'd love to see a dungeon a little later next time. I feel like doing that dungeon before I learned how things work was not a smart idea. Plainswolf, level 2. No thanks, brother. By the way, you can move like crazy, but I don't think I want you to really move like crazy. I start to move you around and discover some more stuff, though. Like, that doesn't necessarily seem like a bad idea. Multiple alluring pools to travel between. How about that? Have you chucked your daughter in a pool yet? We've gone swimming. I haven't thrown her in a pool, like, without giving her notice first. We have gone swimming, though. She took swimming lessons, but she took them when she was like a baby, so I don't know if she kept all of that swimming IQ that she learned. Ambush! No! Start a fight with all combatants in the area? It's book versus spider, bro. This is like just in my house. Just flee. We go second, just flee. We're not poisoned. What's our flee chance? 68? I would flee and use 1 focus. Like, I just... We said we were going to be more liberal with our focus. We're going to flee and use 1 focus. There you go. Don't let it ruin your whole run, okay? Welcome to For the King. That hurts. In hindsight, maybe it would have been better to spend 2, but here we are. What the heck is this? Like there's an assassin among us. Yo, you're coming in on the fight here. I appreciate that. I'm assuming it is better to have like a high speed character try to do an ambush. A high int character. Like a blacksmith is canonically a lumbering individual. So it seems to not make sense to try to do the ambush with you. We'll set up the ambush, and then we'll have our... Eyeball is the stat you want. 68 eyeball? I can live with that, even though the herbalist obviously has more eyeball. I can live with that. Ambush has 31% chance of success. In that case, we fight. Save some focus. Oh, did this bring in the... Did it bring in the scholar? It did, thank God. Okay. Some attacks may provide you with a tactical advantage. Interrupt. On success, moves you back in the rotation. On success adds daze. Okay. Dazing a unit that's going to attack early, because we don't need to interrupt. We don't need to push them back into the rotation. Dazing a unit maybe is more sensible. You guys got magical defense, unfortunately. Hate to see that. I used interrupt, didn't I? Well, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Big miss, by the way. How about a regular Biden blast? They do have lots of magical armor. It stings. Is not ideal. One HP. That's pretty horrible. Now, bash. 4 to 9 physical damage. Stun. 78% chance to stun. On success, I'm going to assume that's a stun, and this is like dazed. There's a chance this kills you. Go in for it, brother. Oh my god, there's an 88% chance. Are you kidding me? There's an 88% chance for each coin to come up heads. 2 of 3 came up tails? I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Okay, I'm not even worried about the entanglement. You need to die. But you can die to a... you can die to a burst attack. Or like an AoE attack. Now we're talking. Now we're talking! Blast is still random. We'll just kill you with the blacksmith, probably. So let's try a blast on you. Huge. We'll use a ray on you. It's something. It's not a lot, but it's something. Remain entangled. See if I care. Get bashed on. I feel like we're making sensible plays for once. That's a big block. Now, we can't control the way that the cards shake out, or the coin flips shake out. You gotta do it here. Oh! But we can, I guess technically you can control them. That's a good point. But we can control our own decisions. There we go. Good fight, good fight. Sense and sensibility. Jane Austen will be proud. A scholar's cap. Resistance and focus. Call me crazy. I'm going to put this on the scholar. A treasure chest. Let's have the blacksmith open it. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh! How dare they? Mimic is going to go next. This might be a good time to interrupt it. Push it further back. 68% chance. I'll use 1 focus. Just feels right. 3 HP. You must have push resistance now that I think of it. You probably have daze resistance too, though. Okay. Obviously, you're going to eat a Biden blast straight to the face. Great to have some magical damage dealers here. A Biden ray right to the face. Now, blacksmith, what can you stun? You got stun resist? Taunt? Bash? I mean, you have 4 physical armor. It's kind of annoying. It's damage. It's not a ton. Why is all magic Biden damage? I don't know. Just trying to keep the people going, you know? Just trying to give them something to pog up about. Oh my God! Are you kidding me, man? I feel like it's still okay. I know what I want to do. I want to skip your turn. I want you to use a God's Beard right here. Like, you guys have basically full HP, so it doesn't really matter, but... Quick little party heal. Everybody's getting juiced up over there. And then kill you. That's why we skipped the turn, so we could get that easy party heal God's Beard. Share the gold. A crude lance. That's a better version of what we already had on our stable hand, so we definitely equip that. Scholar's wraps. Put them on the scholar. Awareness ring. Perfect for spamming emotes in chat. +2 awareness. Can I get a first grade vernacular on what awareness is? And then I will surmise who to put it on. Awareness is eyeball. Okay. Eyeball stat. It makes ambushes easier. Awareness is good. If your armor is good, I think this is all memery. It's good for ambushes and detections. So nobody... You know what? I'm just putting it on the stable hands. Because I see myself as him. Nobody uses eyeballs as accuracy on our team, right? Because that would be what I would look for, I think. That's fine. I just came here just to be here. The stable hand's weapon hit increases. Weapon hit chance to hit increases with eyeballs, so it's a good choice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do want to do this, but I think for now, literally, I mean, it kind of stinks. We just end your turn, and then hope that you get a good enough roll to take yourself here, so we can all fight again. Oh, you can't quite make it, huh? That's fine. We'll do an ambush next turn. They've also gotten some focus back. And they found a teleport scroll. Okay, I'll have the blacksmith come in just to gain some tempo. It's literally just a rat. Fight it. The game is not that hard once you learn the language. Alright, I understand. I mean, I got faith in myself. People forgot I played like 30, 40 hours of Divinity Original Sin 2, okay? Like, I beat Marvel's Midnight Suns, I beat XCOM 2, War of the Chosen multiple times, Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within multiple times. It takes me a little longer than the average gamer, but I can figure it out. Column attacks are useful for hitting front and back line. Makes perfect sense. Get smoked? Get smoked? Rat talk. I'm still waiting on Mathis to stop exploding the tar pits. Now we have an old school viewer here. It's another thing. I'm not saying I'm the best RPG gamer, but anyone who's seen me play RPGs, and I apologize if there's members from Team Unity here, anyone who's seen me play RPGs like that with other people knows that I'm usually the guy trying to wrangle the rest of the team to do the most sensible thing. And then I'm like, whatever you do, please don't do the attack. Please don't stand in the tar and then do the attack that causes you to light yourself on fire, thus exploding all of us. And they're like, yeah, no problem. And then the next thing they do is click on the thing that makes them light on fire and blow us all up. And they're like, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Apollo also helps. Malf is, he's an independent Andy. He does what he does. Stand in the tar where you are. Now conduct an orchestra in Hungary. I think I haven't seen it. And end turn. Okay. I would love to take on this mountain wolf next, but it has left the vicinity. I repeat, it has left the vicinity. In that case, why don't you take me straight to Pran? We're already there. New traits, nimble. Praise the sleeping gods. There you are. All this sneaking around is tough on me art. Okay, I remember. We gotta get there. First, we gotta create a distraction. A brawl at the tavern, or blow up, or both. You could blow up the ship at the pier. What's up with this, my man? We don't need to really rest, but we could take a look at the market real quick. We'll purchase some mead. We have very low amounts of gold. For now, let me take a look at you. Rock Golem, does this mean level 0, or is that its combat range? Also, I would like to look at you real quick, see what Nimble does. I guess I'll end my turn. That's level? So he's just like, he's literally just, I mean, don't make me say it. He's just not a strong guy. Stable hand. No trait equipped. Sanctum, devoted to a sanctum. Follower, hire or rescue a follower to get an extra boost. You're all level 0 too? Yeah, but I'm goated with the sauce or whatever. Anyway, end your turn. That's fine. Level 0, out of 0. You have no need to go to the town. Surprise! It's a wagon. Sir, sure. 43% to gain an item, 41% nothing. So that's 84% acceptable options. And you have 5 focus. That's 95% no problems. Oh! Drinking this mysterious concoction will temporarily boost attack damage by 15 and inflict daze. I know this makes me like a nerd amongst nerds. Among nerds. My favorite thing in these games, you would think it's combat. It's always when your stats determine a probability of like a text box popping up. Nice day! Like for whatever reason, that's what gets the blood pumping. It's like, oh, we can coordinate our attacks and all go in at the same time. Like, that's, sure, that's, I've got nothing against it. But simultaneously, the real meat and potatoes, your 99 dex stat means there's a 99% chance that you're going to find a gem when you look inside of a barrel. We're chilling out here. We're trying to get everybody in the vicinity. Holy cow, he's rolling. Come over here for an inspection. It's merchant inspection day. Bro, I told you I don't have any money. You got anything good? Hag's Bane? Queen's Sword? Hey, what is the blacksmith's more of a hammer guy, huh? Makes sense. Wooden round shield. Taunt, armor up. +2 armor. I mean, it is better. Is it better than 15 gold? Go ahead and hit you with a why not on that. And the simple shield, I don't know if we can really equip it on anybody else. Yeah, it doesn't really work on anybody else. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for your support at the General Merchant. Where's... Oh, you're over here. Okay, that's a good time to end turn then. And then you're going to come in. The Stable Master is going to come in here. We're going to attack this crow. This should be a good ambush opportunity. 48% chance. 51... But the 42%... Tell me I'm correct about this, okay? Or tell me if I'm incorrect. That's also valuable. 48% chance we succeed, we get a free attack, basically, or an early attack. 42% chance, neutral result. 1 heads, 1 tails. Our initiative will be based on our speed stat. 9% chance, 2 tails, we get hit for free. There's 3 results, but it's successive. Okay, so if we... So the 9% failure is not worse than the 42% failure. Noted. I'm going to save some focus. I mean, these are 2 level 0 enemies. We got 4 level 0 lads. We're going in. We don't need to ambush a crow. In fact, for once, we could actually kill 70%. I'm not using focus. It's a crow. I'm not using focus. We could actually kill the unit before he gets to attack. Timberwolf. Take a blast. It's something. It could be worse. I have lots of armor, so I'm not really sweating that. 4 damage is not that much. Where the heck is my... where's my herbalist? They're too far away? Just bash. You're already dead. Take a bite and bash. Oh, dude, the stable hand is cracked now. Share the gold. Take the bite in gold. They did the bash. It was a graveyard smash. I'm here to tell you it's November the 2nd. We don't do that anymore, okay? That's strictly an October song. If you can't find a way to make it work with November Rain or Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, then you just simmer yourself, Buster. 4 moves. Pickpocket. Engage in combat. I would rather not. We got to pick our battles. We got to choose our battles wisely here. End turn. We're even covering space now. Do not take the herbas you find on the ground, okay? Now, who is there? Our blacksmith is there. I'm not even sweating that. I would happily attack a crow. In a dungeon! This is what I'm waiting for. There's 4 units. How can there be 4 enemies? Crow, question mark, question mark. I'm going 1 hex back, bro. We should have everybody in here. It's because it's a camp? Oh, I thought this was like a dungeon to go into. It is. A camp throws in additional units. If I go into the dungeon, will it pull the crow in? The crow is the camp? Oh, I see. Okay, sorry, I have this retreat. The crow is the camp. So it's going to be multiple crows. I thought it was pulling in enemies from the dungeon. My mistake. Are you coming in? You're not coming in. We'll wait on you then. We'll catch you with a little simmer. Honestly, you can just move up 1 tile and end turn. It might be crows, but come on. It's not like the crows are like cohabitating with like a big golem or something like that, right? Herbalist? Give me 1 focus. 75% chance we take those. Oh! A free attack with our herbalist. It was all worth it. 4 crows. All right. And the crows go first. Well, anyway, this is not going to kill you. That's okay. Dodged. You could do that? 3 HP, and you've been slowed, maybe? You were already pretty slow. Get a whiff of this. Minus 4 HP. Okay, I know what I gotta do. First off, the stable hand attacks the crow that goes next. I don't know why that sounds like a bit of wisdom from the Farmer's Almanac. The scholar uses their move to get behind the blacksmith, so they're harder to target. The area blast comes out right here. Huge. First useful thing the scholar has done for me all game. I understand there is like a user error component in that. I'm not using focus for this. Like you can make me miss. I'm not drinking any frickin' Merlot. 2 HP, don't make me laugh. I'm ready for the dungeon, brother. I'm ready for the dungeon. New traits, tactician. I'm crazy. Share the gold. We always share the gold. We give this to the herbalist because we may give them a pipe at some point that gives them a bonus. Okay, blacksmith, open the. There's no way it's going to be 2 mimics in a row. Oh, I thought when it disappeared, I was like, mimic. +2 armor. Equip those gloves. Simple shoes. Extra speed, resistance, and evasion. There's a way I can see if you have boots on right now. Resistance, evasion. Like evasion on low HP units tends to be sensible. It shows if you hover over equip. Oh! Incredible tech. You're the slowest guy then. You take some shoes. Why the siren? That's just my voice, bro. Please all come in with me. Enter party. Your party may not be ready for this. Okay, never mind. We'll maybe fight a snake first and level up. Holy cow, do you see what this is going to bring in? This is going to bring in the whole squad. Snakes more your speed. If I do this, look, it's going to bring in the whole squad, man. It's going to bring in a crow. It's going to bring in a golem. It's going to bring in a spider camp. It won't if you ambush. You know what? Oh, it's not even bringing in the spider camp. Scholar? 75? I'm going for the 100. I'm sorry. I don't want to fight them all at the same time. Also, it's only 2 of your guys. Yeah, but look at this. They don't even get to ever attack. I did blow 2 focus on a snake. So I'm not feeling like super smart about that. Oh my god, it's not even gonna die in the first attack either. Yeah, it's gonna live to attack once. Would have been nice to have a little physical damage involved here. Don't worry, that's the main purpose of the ambush. So you're saying I'm a genius. And I appreciate that. Soiled loincloth on the scholar. He's too busy learning to go to the toilet. Me, when it's my appointment with my urologist. It's half price P day. Anyway. You know what? Do me a favor, maybe smork on this god's beard a little bit. It's our blacksmith. We don't have much time. Lady, we're chilling, right? In that case, I have 7 moves, my word. Take me to the tavern then so we can make a move on our quest. A friendly place to drown your sorrows. Did we mention they settled disagreements with their fists? Okay, I guess we should wait until the whole squad's here. So you know what? In the meantime, we will engage a single crow in combat. And that's not going to be an ambush. That's just going to be a straight-up fight. We need the XP so we can level up so we can take on the dungeon. I'm not worried about Queen Rosalind. I'm worried about getting the maximum treasure from the dungeon, okay? That's staggering. Oh, you're done. Hermit grass. Sure, go ahead and take. I'm just going to be honest with you. If I was in single combat against a crow, it's not even getting one attack in on me. I'm not giving it the chance. I understand this is an abstraction of combat for the purposes of gaming. But in real life, a crow's not getting one in on me. It's simply not going to go down like that. How are you going to stop a crow swooping in from above? It's going to come down like this. I'm going to go, listen here, you piece of crap. You try to come in here with a little mussel shell in your mouth, drop that on my head from 100 feet up in the air, give me a dang concussion. I'm just walking along the Vancouver seawall. I don't think so, you piece of junk. Oh, I'm going to slam it down into the cobblestone. My will to survive is too high for a crow to get a freebie on me. It's going to fail the ambush check. 3 moves. I can't even make it to the tavern. I'm owned. Now we're ready. How do you read chat so quick? Honestly, after a while, you just learn whose messages to prioritize and whose to ignore. Please hurt him badly. Okay. Tipsy Pirate. We're going to take the Tipsy Pirates out first. Jeremy is the boss here. I understand. Thrust or push? Thrust hits multiples. Push does a daze on success. Let me get a little Tipsy Pirate. Actually, you know what? We should go for this Tipsy Pirate. Huge hit. Enormous. You've been dazed. Don't even talk to me about confused. We blocked you? You already know the deal, brother. Actually, you know what? We'll just go for by pushing you back, our blast is less effective. The area blast hits it all, but you'd have to get a huge roll in order to get the kill. So, you know what? We'll settle for just a basic blast. Knocked his hat clean off, found out he's bald. That's embarrassing. Horrible roll for you. That's not very good either. And now we go again. Herbalist. I mean, you're herbed out of your gourd, don't get me wrong. Oh! Was armor up. On success, armor up. Oh, no way. Honestly, I would love to taunt here. 78% chance. We'll take those. It's going to be a bit of a longer fight, I think. You're going to attack next. We could probably have a chance to kill you before you attack. Oh, that's not bad, brother. That's not bad. They used a little focus. They've stunned me, but as long as I'm still putting up armor, I don't really care. Quick little blast. You know what? Quick little area blast right here. That hurts. That's painful. That's painful for them too, though. Whiff. I'm steadfast. I've ignored your damage. I'm actually unbeatable. I'm going to waste my worst attack killing you. Holy cow, he's dead. I know that, like, I guess we could have cured you too. Well, it didn't matter. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. He died like a mini boss in Lies of P. Like all of his arms popped off. They're using a little focus. -1 HP, making me move slow. See if I care. Sounds like a good night in college for me. Little tipsy pirate. It's like 2 damage. That's like none damage. Blocked means it did less damage than my armor, right? And then dodge is like a separate, or evasion is a separate roll. That sounds right to me. Now, I'm sorry to tell you that we own you, because now we go for a stun. It whiffed. Maybe we should just do damage then. Let's push you back and ruin your life. You've skipped your turn back there. Because you're dazed. Oh, tough luck. I'm insane. I'm the best coin flipper of all time. Just go for the bash. He's dead in 2 hits anyway. Oh, my Lanta! Actually, I don't think we can kill him on this turn. Just slightly too much physical armor, but what's he gonna do? Skip his turn because he's useless back there, bro. He's useless. I yield. Scholar's now level 1. Jeremy's sword. Jeremy's sword. That's interesting. Is an artifact. 0 to 6 physical damage, relatively high crit chance, and shove stun interrupt though. I think we'll take, but not equip yet. Large bag. Broken bottle. 0 to 8 physical damage. Shank and cut. Watch out, this weapon is breakable. Interesting. Again, stable hand. Take, but don't equip. Our spear is pretty good as is. Large bag was my nickname in high school. It wasn't, and I take offense to it because it was my nickname in high school because I had a Hydra seal. I see you found his pouch of gold. Don't mind if I take some of it to pay off his... Excuse me? She took 99 gold out of my 100 gold? Pleasure doing business with you. What? I've been scammed? Scammy, scam, scammy, scam. They have scammed us. Okay, I have a play here. Because we need to create a distraction down here. But I also wish to do this dungeon before we... I don't know, maybe we're not prioritizing effectively. 2 laddies will come engage this young witch. Is that okay? It's a camp. Retreat me. Everybody's got to get a little closer. I just hope I'm not wasting too many turns. Oh, no, we only had to get to the first town in 50 turns. What the heck? What are you doing here? I mean, I'll fight you. This is nothing. You're like basically already dead. But as Tom Holland said, the devil doesn't know it yet. Also, how did my scholar level up first? How does that happen? They're like my least useful unit. Alright, lady. Eat this hammer. Stable hand is now level 1. 4 gold. We'll share that. A tattered robe, huh? +1 int. I'll give that to the herbalist for now, even though int might be better on a scholar. But shouldn't a scholar have enough int to begin with? If anything, we should give the scholar some strength items, because he probably spends no time in the gym because he's working out in the library. Young witch. I don't even... The ambush has a good chance of success, but I'm just going straight for the fight here. I feel bad about this one. They do have magical armor, though. That is annoying. Gain evasion. Okay. I mean, you know how this goes. You start with a Biden blast. It didn't do much. Because these individuals are so magic resist, this is going to be quite annoying. That sucked. I didn't think they warranted focus, and I regret that now. I regret that. -4 HP. No negative status, please. It's not that bad. It's just not. This is a big one, though. We take those. All right, all right. One at a time. It gets a little easier every turn. Eventually, you're going to roll an X. -4 HP. We got enough God's Bane that I'm not even sweating it, okay? Give me a little support over here. Now, we need a high roll on this because it's physical. You know what? I would even use one focus just to... Oh. It's not a waste of a focus, necessarily, but it does hurt. Can you chill, bro? With the... Oh, thank God. Never mind. I was about to get very upset. There we go. Finally, they didn't get a perfect roll. I had a feeling that was coming. Okay, we're not smoking that God's Bane yet. How is it possible our herbalist is getting all the kills? Now, me personally, you now take out the unique enemy. They're isolated. It's our time. That's insane. It's an insane roll. With a 77% chance on each one. Hitting 3 whiffs is madness. What's going on? Okay, our blacksmith, not in a good place. They are straight up not having a good time right now. That's what they get for missing these coin flips. It's that easy. Now we pop some God's Bane right here. Right there. Drake voice, God's Bane. So true. God's Bane. All she wants to do is party all night. 1 damage. We take those. Now. It's just you. Just one simple lady. Nice try. I've dodged your request to speak to the manager, and I counter with a hammer strike of my own. And yet again, my magical damage users will somehow kill the magically armored unit. Take all the XP for themselves. Teleport scroll. That's for a scholar. A tattered robe. Well, Stable Hand doesn't have anything right now. Why not? That's for your scholar? The scholar's already wearing the scholar's robe, for the record. Alright, let's cause a ruckus. He's got a loincloth? Whatever. Loincloth, scholar's robe. Homegrown Simpson stuff. My movement rolls have been affected by the rain. It's Vancouver in November. Any chance we could all make it in here? No, it would just burn. 12% chance of success. But you have 4 focus. I'm burning it all, brother. No sweat. You have a real gift for violence, don't you? Have you done this before? Now, infiltrate the guardhouse in the autumn forest. But before we do that, Smoke, what's going on over there? Before we do that, I'm going to try to get to the dungeon. Holy cow, learn how to move. Because the dungeon's what it's all about, man. Gandalf, I don't know why I said his name like that. Gandalf entering the mines of Moria in 2023. Melon. Open parentheses with Riz, close parentheses. Am I right? Fellow Zennials? Open parentheses, close parentheses. Taylor's version. Open parentheses. Oh no. It's a long trip here, man. And the night is dark and full of frickin' terrors. Can I just bring my whole party along for the ride now? Yeah, enter party. Alright, alright. Now you gotta focus. We're in the instance. This is the Honkai Star Rail portion of the game. Step 1, treasure chest. Easiest pick of my life. Blacksmith opens it up. He's armored up to the gills. It's not a mimic. Share the 10 gold. A simple hat, huh? Resistance, evasion, and focus. Seems like it would go hard on our tankiest unit. The Beastman's robes. 2 ints, huh? You got huge speed, huge evasion. It's better int. Speed +1 armor plus. Oh my god! I mean, actually, it's still pretty good on you. +1 armor, +3 resist, +1 int, +2 vit, +2. Okay. I mean, vit might go okay on our, but I can't give you a. You got a jacket on. I can't give you a robe. It's just not character appropriate. Splint gloves, armor and speed. On the stable hand. But crooked wand, holy cow. You got a dusty book, we could upgrade that to a crooked wand. Bleed rush. Cedar. 3 to 8 versus 0 to 10. 3 to 7 versus 0 to 10. Bleed a rush. Scales with int. How do I know what your brain stat is? I need to know who has the highest brain. I guess mouse over the character. It's 78. Oh. Maybe the icon that says brain? Yeah. Okay. What are you using right now? I mean, I don't think Ray is that effective. Cure is really potentially useful, though. And we never use Area Blast. I'm going to take it on the Scholar. It makes sense for the Scholar to have a wand. A Purify Scroll. Okay, congratulations. Now we enter our first battle. Kill the bat or the pixie before they get a chance to attack. 3 focus. I know this is crazy. I'm going double focus on this one. And then if you don't die, the Scholars should be able to finish the job. I'm actually using my focus for once. It's a new era. Bleed. 0 to 11 magical damage and possibly bleeds. Rush. On success, nothing. What does this do? What does this do? 78% chance to unsuccess nothing? Sick guitar solos? I mean, I get that you're referring to the band, but I asked a sincere question. It's a haste buff on an ally. Makes sense. Makes sense. Goblin Scrapper. Huge mistake. I will say it would be nice if our blacksmith had higher speed so he could open the fight with taunt, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. They also look very goofy. They are now wearing a bucket hat. These guys are complete garbage. We're safe. About a quick push. The heck was that, man? Got a quick bleed. They are immune to everything. Makes sense, but we still need to do some physical damage at some point. Huge riff. The herbalist is like, is perfect every time. Oh, it's like when you cook frozen French fries in the air fryer. Perfect every time. Okay, that's a much more respectable effort. I appreciate that. About a quick little bleed on you. Also very nice. You will die to bleed at the end of your turn. Wow, you have made a horrible mistake. Or maybe you're immune to bleed? I don't know. You do have bleed. Maybe it's at the end of the round. Do you have a favorite air fryer recipe? Don't try to get search engine optimization out of my stream. We're Twitter engagement pilled here. Which one would you choose? The Ninja air fryer built-in convection oven with chicken wing tray, or me? Click this link to check out my free blanky blank. You know what I'm talking about. +2 damage reflection. That goes straight onto the blacksmith any day of the week. Using fire silk restores the user to perfect health. We take that on the herbalist, but don't use it. Another wand. Ice Zap armor ally up. We're going to equip that on the walking stick user. I choose the Ninja air fryer. You know what? Me too. Without a doubt. Minus 10 HP? That bat has to go. What are you? You're a goblin trickster. This is a great opportunity for a column attack here. Let me try to get a bleed on the goblin trickster. I can't attack them, they're not in front. Let me get a bleed on this bat. Enormous attack. Let me get a thrust on the bat that will also hit the trickster. Oh! Now that's a big move. Get blocked, son. Like the person who said, I'll take things that didn't happen for 800, Alex, when I said some kids came to dressed as Skibbity Toilet on Halloween, and I said, you're Skibbity Toilet, and they were jazzed. I'm just kidding, I didn't block them, I muted them. That is not a joke. All right. I didn't want to give them the satisfaction of knowing that they were blocked. Ice Zap. Breaks armor and freezes on success. Success is like both flip properly. Or you can armor up an ally. I mean, armoring up a blacksmith after they taunt seems crazy. But they have not taunted here. We haven't had reason for it, quite frankly. Like I care that you've got ice immunity. Oh my god, look at our rolling, bro! We're crazy! Blacksmith's gonna attack soon too. Oh my god! I'm incredible! Alright, the confusion is very annoying. Get blocked, son. They hotfixed my client. Your Honor? Saul Goodman in the Epic versus Apple Games case. Your Honor, I may not be a big city Rizzler. I'm merely a small town barrister and solicitor from the north of England. Share me? Crude goblin bomb. Scholar, maybe? Wooden round shield, +2 armor. We already got that on you. I can't equip this on anybody. We'll just take it. God's beard, that's a gimme. I'm so much better at this than I used to be. Holy cow. Big City Rizzler is cracking me up. I think I might be broken. Yeah. Yeah, that happens around here. Treasure. Alright, we will complete this quest. 25 gold. You really had a treasure chest for 25 gold? Crude hammer! And it comes with speed. A simple hat. A simple hat that gives you speed. Interesting. Gloves that give you speed. Dude, our squad is freaking acquitted. Did I say acquitted? Like new metal accounts or new metal posts that go hard? I meant outfitted. Like OJ? Yeah. In the criminal trial, but not the civil one. Okay. We need to get... We didn't go to the hot tub, which was not a smart idea, but you know what? We need to get to this guardhouse. End my turn. Great dungeon. Couldn't have gone better. I would like to get on the road if possible, but it's so rainy. Like we're trudging, man. We're positively trudging through the forest here. Go spend some gold. It's probably not a bad idea, quite frankly, but I'm not gonna do it. Even it's so far away. It's like 2 hexes, bro. You trying to get me killed? Oh, what a roll! We're going the distance. Don't even talk to me about going for speed. NL, the type of guy to ask if he needs to pull the forest over. Listen, okay, I was watching a little bit of Squeaks. I was laughing. I was watching Squeaks watch Schooled, and the 2 contestants had made it to the 11th grade. I was laughing so hard. The question was like, which 2 consecutive odd numbers add to 36? And I'm not saying I'm a genius, but just in my head, I was like, it's 19 and 17. Like, it can't be anything else. Then, like, both contestants got it, but when Squeaks was doing the math, he was like, wait, an odd number is like a number that is divisible by 2 with a remainder, and he drew like a bunch of like numbers and then symbols, and then he was like, I think it's gonna be like 11 and 13 or something like that. And then he thought for a second, and then he crossed it out, and then he was like, wait a minute, I think I got it wrong. I think it's like 17 and 19, and then he circled it, and I was like, the typical, the average answer on Schooled is like when they show their work, it's like a bunch of symbols that are completely unrelated to the questions, and then magically out of nowhere, the correct answer circled a couple of times. I was like, it really brought me back. Sorry for blowing up your spot. I was having fun. I was having a good time. How do you show your work on that? I don't know how. I guess if you... I would like to think that you could just say it's 19 and 17. But I guess you could be like, 36 divided by 2 is 18, and then, I don't know, go from there. +1, -1. I did like, this season of Schooled, they have like an older gentleman on the show who must be like a teacher or something, right? And he's like the helper that shows how you actually get to the correct answer. Is he 34? He's got more hair than me, but I do think he's a little older than me. It was actually kids before that episode? Really? That's so funny. They were using like genuine 5th graders. That's great. Herbalist. I'll use one focus for this any day of the week, brother. I think Squeaks was making it up, though. He has a college degree. I can't even talk smack. I know everybody's always like, yeah, from UC Davis. And I'm like, yeah, UC Davis is probably better than, like, almost all Canadian universities. If I had to guess. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to try to ice you anyway, even though you got magical armor. I don't know. Maybe we should. You're just one foe. We should try to get you. He's also been streaming on Twitch for several years. Well, that's it. Streaming on this website, it does make you. Well, there's a couple of things really that are worth pointing out. One is that it makes you stupider because you're subjected to like idiocy every single day. Like, even smart people are not typing smart things in chat. I'm not saying that everybody in chat is stupid, but you're not saying smart things most of the time. I'm sure there's many people with advanced college degrees and academics. Yeah, just take this, herbalist. But they're typing Skibbity Riz in the chat. Did you hear Hassan went to Skibbity Riz and poured a Panera charged lemonade down the original cameraman's toilet? Like, and then they're going back and they're like, well, you see, we found gluons where we didn't expect to find them. Don't send me in yet. Okay, I'm ready. Enter party. But the other thing is, just as you get out of... I found this when I was on school as well. Once you get out of school, you think that like a lot of the stuff you learned is going to stay in your brain forever, but if you don't use it, it's gone. And I'm not talking about just like random facts, which obviously deprecate. I had to reteach myself how to do long division. We probably spent hundreds of hours doing it 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And I had to relearn how to divide. In my head, I can kind of divide numbers. You know, if you're like, what's 130 divided by 8? I would be like, okay, well, it's like fucking, I didn't pick a gray one. It's like 16 is somewhere in there. 16 with the remainder of 4 or something. Anyway, 16 with the remainder of 8? No, then it would be 7 to whatever. Anyway, you can get close. Regardless. Doing that by hand in long division, I was like, I had to figure it out again. I had to watch like a video for 9-year-olds on YouTube. You just don't use it in real life. You either get a calculator or it's like, hey, the bill is $107 and there's 5 of us. Can everyone throw in like a 20 and a toonie? No tip. It's a trap. Who shall be the brave adventurer to push the party forward? Keep an eye on the trap stat. Pick the best adventurer for the job. It's got to be the blacksmith, bro. Oh, we also... Don't we have a lockpick? Yeah, use lockpick, please. This is what we brought him for. This is nothing. Chat, did he beat Lexazia? DL Guiga, Midwestern emo, I did not. I'm answering you. I said I was going to be nice. And I'm going to continue to be nice. I did not. But we made good progress, actually. We actually survived on phase 2 for like more than 10 seconds once. I dodged their perfect roll. That's got a sting. Huge. Crag Wolf. It's crazy that you'll meet a guy. Hang on, I'm trying to see if I know anybody with this name. Maybe I shouldn't say it. I was gonna say it's crazy that you'll meet a guy and he'll be like, "My name's Craig," and you're like, "Really?" I'm just joking though. It's just if there's any Craigs watching this, I'm just trying to fill airtime, okay? Oh, it started so well. Okay, Ryan. I mean, I know I didn't name myself, you know. What? I got a lightning debuff. I understand. Guaranteed miss from the Rizzler. Try to put in a little bleed on the Queen's Ranger. Chris Kreider. 3 damage, huh? A little ice zap on you. You can name yourself, you just didn't change the default setting. Yeah, but it's like, it's not that important to me. Like, the cost of changing my name is so high. It's gonna screw up like every database that my information is in across the entire world. Like, what am I gonna do if I start getting spam calls trying to take all my information and they keep calling me Ryan? They don't even know my real name is the CEO of Who Asked. It's gonna screw up my Costco membership, yeah, exactly. Could ruin my life. If you're gonna change your name, you should really do it when you're like 17. You can do it whenever you want, but it's the cost to doing it later in life is quite high. Think of all the new forms you're gonna have to fill out. Aren't you dead to bleed damage? Don't I own you? Panax. Sounds like a company that makes USB hubs. Use this herb to gain 14 XP. Holy, man! +1 Scholar's Award. Druid Mask. Resistance, evasion, HP regen, crit chance, death mark immunity. I mean, you should take this, and then the herbalist should equip. This dude's finding scrolls non-stop. The herbalist should equip the other one. Bonk. I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna push you. Would have been nice to get a full... Oh, it would have been nice to get anything on that. My wife has been saying a different name than the one that's on her ID for 10 years. Nobody cares. Just you wait. Just you wait till that birth certificate comes, Dio Guiga. Wait till you're interfacing with the government. Or a particularly anal gate agent at the airport. Wait till you have to pick up a package from the post office and your wife is like, "Can you pick this up for me?" And you're like, "Sure, no problem." And then they're like, "This isn't for you." And you're like, "Yeah, that's my wife." And you're like, "What's her name?" And then you use the name that she prefers to be called instead of the name that was given to her by a Canadian immigration official when she was 9 years old. And then all of a sudden they look at you like you're like smuggling contraband. Try that in a small town. That's what I'm trying to say. World's worst smuggler. Yeah, I know, right? I was thinking about that yesterday. I've never been incepted to believe that people were like, you know, putting drugs in people's candy on Halloween. But I was laughing when people were like, just think about it for 2 seconds. Why would someone buy drugs? Like they're probably expensive. And then put them into candy to give to children without like anonymizing their own, like they're committing the crime literally on the front step of their own house. It's like, it's one of those things where you're like, if they were gonna just kill people, they could just kill people. They don't need to buy fentanyl and put it into a Reese's peanut butter cup. They could just, you know, go out there and do it. I don't think it's ever happened. Or it hasn't happened enough for us to constantly be afraid of it every year at least. Trick-or-treating kind of washed this year. I'm sad to say that I think you might be right. It was nice for us, we got a few kids, but not as many as I would think, given the neighborhood we live in. I still do think it's funny that kids don't seem to be saying trick-or-treat anymore. Trick-or-treat was a hallmark for us growing up. Now they come to your door, they say, Happy Halloween. And I'm like, I mean, it's not a happy Halloween, but at the same time, like, it's supposed to... Trick-or-treat is a phrase you only get to use now and then. Like, I prefer we take advantage of it. They don't want to get tricked? I'm not gonna... I was trick-or-treating back in the frickin' 90s, bro. I never got tricked. I never came to somebody's house and got tricked. They were never like, got your nose or something. They were always like, you know, here's some old Dutch regular flavored potato chips in an aluminum foil bag. And then I went, thank you. What are you supposed to be? I'm Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle. +1 magical damage, kind of crazy, huh? We will take... Find herb, fire silk. Dude, okay, we got a boss. I think we're gonna complete the quest. That's my take. Remember when we got bodied so embarrassingly last time? Goblin wraps. You know what? I'm just gonna toss these on you because you don't have any. A purify scroll. Simple shoes. No, we're good on that. He's going like, You're wasting your time. The prisoner you're looking for has just been transported. Well, then let's not fight. Michelangelo, probably my second or third favorite turtle. Well, like, listen. I feel like you're wrong. I feel like the most liked turtles are Michelangelo and Donatello. Donatello does machines. Purple's a cool color. He carries a bow staff. So he's in the mix for #1. Michelangelo is a party dude. He loves pizza. He's got a zany attitude. So that's going to put him in the mix too. Raphael, we'll come back to Raphael. Here's what I'm going to say. Leonardo just doesn't have any personality outside of being a leader. So as a result, I feel like he ends up being the least favorite turtle. Most people probably wouldn't have him last, but the fewest people have him first. That's my take on this. Raphael is my last, because first off, I should have gone here, because then I could have done whatever. We'll figure it out. Raphael is last for me, because I don't like his insubordinate attitude. But I can also understand that a lot of people would identify with that, and as a result, I see him being up in the #1 position for a lot of people. Also, he was a very important part of the first movie. I'm going to use some focus here, by the way. Can I use focus? I'm focusless. Whiff! Okay, I don't know. Armor up on your allies. Oh my god! You should whiff too. Thank you. Raphael kind of edgy and annoying. It blew my mind as a kid when I watched the Ninja Turtle movie and Raphael said damn. That was like my first exposure to cursing, probably. I imagine in the movie, like if Reddit was around when the Ninja Turtles movie came out, people would be like, that moment changed my life. When the Ninja Turtles broke bad, I realized this wasn't just a movie for little kids anymore. I'm gonna taunt? You actually gotta be kidding me. Get zapped on, kid? Same, I yelled it out like him because I didn't know it was a bad word. At some point, damn stopped being a bad word, I think. It used to be censored on the television when there was like music that said damn. That used to be censored. And then at some point they just allowed it. But you can't say GD in the United States of America, which is always funny to me. I guess it's just funny because, you know, things change. But they used to censor the damn part, now they censor the God part. And I'm like, that's not a bad word. For a lot of people, it might be like the best word. Ooh, I blew his head clean off like David Cronenberg, man. Share me. Take me. Hobgoblin helm. Certainly better than an old helm. Honestly, I think it's better than a druid mask. But let's not get too crazy here. Of course I'm going to continue. We just killed the boss. I'm so old I was surprised to read "This sucks" in a Pokemon game. I can relate to that. I know Librarian will tell you I've told this story before. It was in the 4th grade. I don't know if anyone here is Kingston, Ontario pilled. We went out to a chain buffet restaurant on Bath Road. Maybe it's on Gardeners. It's been a while. It's called Buffet Delight. It's not there anymore. Used to be next to the Guardsman Insurance. We went out to Buffet Delight. It was me, my parents, my grandparents, and like a few of my cousins. I was getting annoyed at, they were like kind of, not mocking me, but they were teasing me a little bit. And I said, absent-mindedly, I said frig off. And that was not a word I had ever used at home before. And at first I was like embarrassed because I was like, oh no, now they know how I talk at school when they're not around. But then I got even more embarrassed because they saw how embarrassed I was. And they were like, whoa, easy there. Now we know how he talks when he's with his friends. Whoa, look at him using bad words. And then I was like, oh, it's like so much worse. Prisoner manifest. Me when I'm in guided meditation at the penitentiary. You should just, you know what, why don't you just use that? Let's be smart. An iron mace. It seems to defeat our hammer, in my opinion. First time I swore in front of my parents, I threw up. I remember I had a friend, he was my neighbor growing up. He was like 1 year younger than me. And he used to swear at like age 12. He would swear in the car with his mom. And then she was like, you're not allowed to swear until you're 18. I thought that was so funny. Not like naive, but I just like the idea that like it's illegal to swear until you're 18 years old. Imagining like some kid on their 18th birthday that's like, I'll take a Playboy and a pack of cigarettes and a Lotto 649 ticket. Shit for brains. Like, sorry, I'd like to apologize to the sponsor, okay? But they're just exercising all of their rights simultaneously. These guards aren't going to rest until they catch you. Okay, we got a new objective and a story quest as well. We're going to throw in a slash marker here, and I'm going to say thank you again to Curve for the sponsorship. This was for the King too. It's a tabletop-inspired digital RPG, dungeon crawler, hex-based board game, tactile mechanics. You get the idea. 100%, I would play this again if we could get a posse together. get a little bit of banter flowing. I see myself as the fearless leader of the group. Everybody else, they could just be along for the ride as long as they do what they say. I mean, they do what I say. Exclamation point FTK. Check it out. It came out on Steam today and is 10% off for its opening week sale until November 9th. Give it a try.